Hi, and welcome back to my channel. So today we're doing something a little bit different. So there is a shoe from Adidas that's coming out here in Indonesia, I think sometime soon, because I've seen the female version in the website, but I don't see for the male version. And I'm quite curious about the shoe as I've been testing the SL20 recently. So this shoe is probably for me would be like a progression for the next step in terms of training and pace. So we're gonna get some insight from a good friend of mine from all the way from Malaysia, and he's gonna be online right now. So we're gonna discuss about the shoe and let's see what his thoughts are on the shoe and whether it's worth it or not. So here's our virtual review of the Adidas Adizero Pro. All right. Hey, Mr. Nigel. So it's been a while. We haven't talked online or even face to face. It's been I don't know how many months. So just a little background introduction about Mr. Nigel here. So he's basically my good friend from Malaysia that I've known for what 8 years. 8 years. Yeah, we used to work together back in Malaysia, and we've been running together for about 5 or so years. And it's been quite a ride because we started from basically not being able to run to where we are now. But yeah, so basically we're gonna get some of his insights on this very interesting shoe called Adizero Pro. So my first question obviously is, why Adizero Pro?
So a bit of background, like in Malaysia now, there's the whole COVID situation, right? So I've been working from home the last 5 months now. So I've been running a bit. And I started picking up mileage on my older pairs of shoes. So I needed a change, right? So I thought of getting the SL20s because you highly recommend them for some reason. So no, I was thinking of getting SL20s. And then, but when I went on the website, I never thought that Adizero Pros would come to Malaysia because like, even Vaporflies are not even here from stores. You cannot get them from stores. I just thought, why not try it out? And then since you already have the SL20, so why should I try the same pair?
Good point. So how many kilometers have you run in them so far?
Not too much. I think just about 35-40 kilometers on them so far. I run in them once a week, so that's why it's not been picking up mileage compared to my other pairs of shoes. So, but it's very different. It's very different, I would say. So,
because I was looking at the website, the Indonesian website, and it doesn't give anything. It tells me super light shoes designed for speed. I thought this should be the title for the SL20 because it says super light. What were your preconceptions before receiving the shoe? Like, you were expecting this shoe to be what?
Initial assumptions: comfortable, very snappy. You can get more response from it. When the shoe came, to be honest, it was a surprise, but not in a good way. So when I got them, I was thinking I was going to get something cushion with a carbon plate that it's similar to how the Carbon X, the Vaporflies, the Endorphin Pros are, right? But they're actually not the same.
So one thing I think we can eliminate definitely this Adizero Pro is not a marathon carbon plated shoe.
Well, it's marketed as one, but if you're a pro athlete, maybe you can. If you are a recreational runner who runs marathons, if you're used to cushioning shoes, then maybe not so much.
I've seen your runs on Strava running in these shoes, and I can see the progression you've made in terms of pace. And so how does it feel? Which paces do you think this shoe is really suited for, or where you feel the help and of the plate or other features of the shoe?
Okay, so bring up your Vaporflies again.
Okay.
Okay, now you try to bend it for everyone to see.
It is very tough.
It doesn't go right.
No, it doesn't go.
Right. So this one actually, you can actually bend a lot of it.
Okay.
So in terms of running, I would say that this shoe is very unforgiving. I can't run 21 kilometers on this, right? If I do that, towards after 10K, perhaps my legs will get weak and my runs won't be as efficient, and it really is not comfortable once your runs are not right. But when you put your feet the right way, landing and taking off, this shoe will help you fly forward. It actually makes you go faster and faster, right? But you need to be running properly, right? And at the same time, it could be because you're running properly that you're going faster, actually.
I think the whole point of the shoe is obviously is to push you forward in that pace. And when you do push, you're tending to run more on your forefoot, which your ground contact time is less, and then it's lighter on your feet, so less pain. But as you mentioned, as you guys start getting sluggish, that's where you're getting the impact. So okay, so let's talk about that foam. So the Light Strike foam. I think it's your first time running in Light Strike, or not? Oh, I'm not sure. First time? Yeah.
So to be honest, it's just like any other foam if you ask me.
But you've run in Boost, right? You've run in Boost, right? So
this is harder than Boost.
That's definitely right.
This is hard. This is harder than Boost, but lighter than Boost. So trade off.
How about in terms of responsiveness? Do you feel the push or not, or?
You do feel more push because, like I said, when you land, it's a harder feeling compared to the other cushion shoes that I have, right? So you do feel a push from there, but it is lighter compared to Boost, which is something that I like. It's not as soft as Boost, which is also something I like surprisingly, because Boost somehow I feel it makes your foot go very unbalanced in the shoe, right? It's that soft that it goes unbalanced. Now some people like that, I don't like that. So Light Strike, actually I prefer it. If you're comparing Boost with Light Strike, I prefer Light Strike.
So yeah, my other question is the Boost foam. I think there's a little bit of boost at the back of this Adizero Pro. So what is it for?
To me, it doesn't make a difference whether it's there or not there, because like I said, if you run right, you actually won't feel it. I am thinking that if they put it in there in case you heel strike, so it gives you that other cushioning for that reason. One thing I do not like about the shoe at the heel section here is that you see these, I don't know what you want to call them.
Nubbins.
The sole. So these parts, when you are running fast, if this so happens to click the ankles of your other feet, this one is a bit pain because if you see they are a bit sharp and they're like plastic, so it hurts, right? So this is the only part of the heel that I don't really like.
But so you mentioned about how light the shoe was. I don't know if you actually weighed it, but in the website it says about 198 grams and size 9, which when I reread the number, I was like, wow, that is a light shoe.
It is light. I think they can go lighter by removing boost and just put full Light Strike with a carbon plate.
But I think the other thing that makes it really light is the upper. So that cellar mesh, what are your thoughts about that cellar mesh?
Well, I like the upper a lot. So this cellar mesh, I don't really know what you call it actually. It's actually pretty similar to the turbos, maybe almost similar to the Vaporflies. I'm not sure about Vaporflies, but it's quite similar to the turbos that you have. This one actually feels very light. You can actually feel air coming in as well. So maybe not something you want to run in the rain with. And it's actually, you can actually see maybe not the right lighting, but you can actually see your toes in there.
But you mentioned about the Nike's the Vaporfly. They call it the Vapor Weave. Yeah, it really reminds me of that Vapor Weave from Nike, because I did run in another Adidas shoes that has that cellar mesh, which is for another review for an upcoming video. So that I really love that cellar mesh. I think it's probably one of the best things Adidas has come out with in the recent few shoes that they've had. It's breathable, and I think you'll be surprised if you do take it running in a rainy day. You'll be surprised at how these very thin uppers like the Vapor Weave from Nike and the cellar mesh, they're actually very water repellent. So I think it's perfect for Malaysian and Indonesian weather, right?
Yeah.
And okay, so now let's get down to the outsole, that Continental rubber.
So the front part green, or whatever color you're seeing it, is that's the Continental. It's not too bad actually. You get very good traction on it, I would say. And I would think that comparing it with, because it doesn't really have any exposed foam as well, so you know that even if you do anything funny, you're not going to damage the midsole, right? And it gives it a longer longevity, I would say. So I really like the Continental outsole. I do not like the bottom part. I already mentioned this one.
I think by that placement of that Continental rubber is really also telling us, this is more focused on those people who run with a mid to forefoot, right? Yeah. Okay, so finally, let's just talk on what your general experience on the shoe. So what distance do you think this is best for? What pace? Did you feel any pain running in these? And who would you recommend it for?
I would not go more than 12 on this. Even to go 10 and 12, I would think twice if I did not have any other shoes in my lineup, right? So yeah, for me, 5Ks, these are perfect. For me, 5Ks are perfect for these. So I hit my PRs
Fast 5Ks, yeah, right? For your fast 5Ks, it's just the best kind of shoes. These shoes are the best.
Yeah, for me, this if you're doing a 5K race, this one I will take this hands down, because if you're just doing a 5K, you can just go all out. You don't really pain won't come in anyway. So this one really helps a lot. Like I said, I got my PRs all on these shoes. So if you're seasoned in non-stack shoes, non-cushion shoes, your feet are already seasoned towards the impact that's going to get, then maybe you can go even half marathon in these, right? Full marathon, I'm not sure whether you can. Definitely I cannot, because I do know that like Adidas do promote this, right? Their pro athletes do complete marathons in these shoes. So it can be done.
How about for beginners? Would you recommend this for beginners? Someone who's just trying, not just trying running, but like, wanting to progress straight away into these shoes? Or
if you're like a real beginner trying out running, I would not recommend it. You cannot run slow in these. You have to run fast. If you slow down and you get sluggish, that's where it doesn't feel right again. So if as a beginner, if you don't have pace, then really these shoes can't really help you at all anyway. If you're someone who's running a bit and just want something to rotate, then maybe can consider having this one on for your tempo fast days. If you're someone who runs but just one pair of shoe, then no, I don't recommend these for that kind of a runner.
Cool. So last question. Would you recommend it for me? I mean, you know how I run and what I've been.
You have Vaporflies. Why you need these for, man? Come on.
Oh, because I was thinking if I do try the shoes, I would actually put that, like you mentioned, this is good for your 5 to 10K race. So I would train in my SL, and on the race day, I would pick out the Adizero Pro just for that extra nudge.
You have a Ferrari. You want to bring a Mustang out, or you just drive your Ferrari to the race, man.
All right. Anyways, thank you very much, Nigel. So thanks for all of your thoughts and insight on the shoe. It's definitely
No problem.
very interesting hearing your experience running these shoes. And maybe another day we'll get more insights on other shoes you're running in. And in the meantime, make sure you guys all subscribe to my channel. And if you haven't already, hit the like button and comment below as well. Maybe you have tried these shoes or have a friend who tried these shoes. I want to hear your comments about these shoes as well. Do add Mr. Nigel on Strava and on Instagram as well. And we can all be friends in running as well. So in the meantime, let's all stay strong, stay healthy, and keep moving. I'll see you next time.